All right, welcome to Maximum Edge Sports Wagering Show. I'm John Santucci. Call me Tooch. With me, as always, Anthony from Pounded Sports. Anthony, how's it going this morning?
Another day in paradise, man. Just loving it.
Great night for us in college football last night for our VIPs, and even on the show, we gave out some winners. Let's do a little recap of college football yesterday. You can go ahead and start us off with some of the great plays we had yesterday.
Yeah, it was great. We started off the day with 3 games. We had Minnesota minus 18, Minnesota minus 10 first half, and Michigan State minus 26. We cashed the Michigan State. We cashed the Minnesota first half. Minnesota minus 18. Minnesota in general was a absolute letdown for me. I also had a teaser, 10-unit bomb teaser, Minnesota minus 12 with Air Force minus 1. That was a huge disappointment as Minnesota just could not get it going in the second half. So we lost the 10-unit bomb. But then the rest of the day, I cleaned up. We had Rutgers minus 2 for 5 units, won that one. Air Force minus 6, won that one. Iowa plus 5, we called it on the show. That was a free play. We got that one. Arkansas plus 7 was never in doubt. And another 10-unit bomb. This one was a sleeper. Nobody really saw this one. Fresno State minus 32. I do a spreadsheet, and now Fresno State, if you're keeping track of this, Fresno State is now 3-0 against the spread first half and the game. Keep an eye on that, guys. So I was right in Fresno State over Cal Poly. To me, that was a no-brainer. So we cleaned up. I cleaned up 7-2, almost $1,200, almost 12 units.
It was great. Friday, night and day from Friday.
Oh yeah,
Friday. You and I talked about we didn't like the Friday slate.
No.
But yeah, we gave out Iowa plus 5 here. No problem on that one. Also gave out the under to the VIPs, which 44 points. Iowa's defense scored, and they kept getting turnovers. So I got a little worried about the over, the under hitting, but turned out okay. And like we said, the Iowa State games, the under is always a smart play. And then Iowa, we said on the show, 70% of the time they win in Ames. So that was a big hit. Gave out, of course, you gave out Michigan State to VIPs, Minnesota first half, but Minnesota full game does not cash. I gave out Fresno State and Oregon State to VIPs. Later on, gave out a couple teasers with Arkansas and Charlotte and Arkansas and Houston, 6-point teasers. Both those hit. I gave out another teaser, Penn State and Iowa, and that also hit. So 3 out of 4 teasers for me hit for VIPs. Minnesota, the big deployment. We'll have to go back and talk about Minnesota next week because probably not as good a team as we think, but a big letdown spot for them after playing Ohio State toe-to-toe, for most of that game. And a big surprise yesterday was during the show you gave out Oregon plus 14.5. They went outright.
Yeah.
So that was huge.
It all comes down to the number. What does your book have at that time? And there's no way you can bet Ohio State in that predicament.
No.
Even minus
not
14.
Against the Pac-12 champ.
I said if the only way I'm going to bet Ohio State is if the line was 13.5. 14.5, you have to bet Oregon.
Yeah.
And one of our comments said, Oregon ruined a 14-play parlay. Oregon was a lot of spoilers and a lot of parlays yesterday.
We got a comment in the chat room from Barrelissimo, one of my friends, who had Jacksonville State versus Florida State. You and I talked about this game before the show.
Yeah.
Tell listeners what happened in that game. That's right down in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, Florida State, boy, what a disappointment. I watched the highlights this morning while I was trying to clean the house. And Florida State, last play of the game, Jacksonville State throws a Hail Mary. The guy catches it at the 10-yard line, dodges not 1 but 2 tackles, and gets in the end zone to win the game. Florida State is now 0-2 on the year.
Florida State also in a big letdown spot after losing to Notre Dame in that the fashion that they did. Also, Barrelsville says Oregon ruined his 14-play parlay. Well, we know how that feels. We had a big lottery ticket ruined by Utah yesterday.
Yeah, we had a huge lottery ticket. It was a 3-day lottery ticket $50 was paying over $2,000.
Yeah, 2,300, 2,200, something like that.
Yeah, it was crazy, and we covered. Texas A&M came from behind and covered.
Yeah.
We had Coastal Carolina -27. That was a push. We had Air Force, Iowa +5. There was another game on there, and all we needed was 3 games in the NFL, and we were looking at like amazing, but
Yep.
stupid.
Those are the tickets you post on Twitter. Your FanDuel,
yeah,
$2,000 winner, $2,000
those are
winner.
what I call fun plays. They're not plays we're going to give to VIPs.
Right.
Those are games you make the ticket and you have fun with it. If you lose, It's not breaking the bank. It's a fun ticket for entertainment purposes.
And we lost on BYU. We talked about that game on the show yesterday. We really liked Utah, the superior athletes. But, hey, week 1 and week 2.
I liked BYU. I said it was a trap game. But when you told me those trends, I was like, oh, boy, maybe I should reconsider. And after you said that, I felt much better about my Utah money line play.
Right. I know. Yeah, the trends all favored Utah. But like I said, week 1 and week 2 of the college season, we don't have a lot of data.
No.
But for VIPs, for both of us, a good day yesterday.
Yeah. It was much needed. I'll say that. Much needed.
Yep. Today we're going to talk NFL, though. We got 4 games on the slate we're going to talk about. First, we're going to talk about the Bills and the Steelers. This game, for me, it's kind of a stay away. You got Pittsburgh +6.5 and Buffalo -6.5. Both teams pretty good, very good defenses, for real. I don't know what kind of team Pittsburgh is going to be. They could be either really good or really bad. That's why it's kind of a stay away from me. If I was betting this game, 6.5 is a lot of points, but I might tease Buffalo. That's the only way I would play this game. What about you?
I got Buffalo in a 8-team teaser, like another fun parlay.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm playing this, there's no way I take the Bills -6.5. I mean, I just can't touch that. To me, it's just 20 points. There's too much opportunity for the Steelers to do a backdoor cover, or even this could be a field goal game. I mean, this is week 1, and you're not going to see the same exact in-play games that teams were doing coming out of the last season.
Yeah.
We know the Bills are dynamic, but nobody saw the Steelers starting last season 10-0. So if I'm betting this game as of right now, I'm buying the half point, take the -120, and I'm playing Steelers +7.
Yeah, for me, I don't know enough about these two teams. Just from we didn't see much in preseason, so again, 3 games in preseason, and a lot of teams didn't play any of their players in the preseason.
The only thing I know about this Steelers team, really, or what to expect, is Najee Harris is a freaking beast. Yep. I think that's a consensus. He's a beast. So if they can get him going early, but the Bills have very good defense, if they can get him going, it's going to open the passing game. But then what kind of Big Ben are we going to see today? Are we going to see his 4 to 5 interception Big Ben, or are we going to see his electric Big Ben? So
the aging Big Ben. Yeah, he's up in years. Aging out now. One key injury, Bills defensive line star Lotu Lele, I think, is out for this game. So he's the kind of run stuffer up there in the middle. So maybe Najee does get going early, and you see the Steelers keep this one close within 3 points. So I think you're right. I think this is probably a field goal game, in which case you either tease Buffalo and take the home team -2.5, or you're playing the Steelers buying a half point and playing the Steelers +7.
Yeah, don't underestimate the Steelers defense. That's one thing they're known for past couple decades. They're known for their
top
defense.
5 defense this year.
Yeah,
most likely top 5 defense. All right, so our next game we are going to talk about is the Browns at the Chiefs, and we've got the Browns +5.5. It's up to 6 now. So, and over under 54.5. Let's see. We've got some trends. Cleveland 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games against Kansas City. Total's gone over in 5 of Cleveland's last 7 games against AFC. Kansas City 1-9-1 against the spread in their last 11 games. I find that trend to be a little hard to believe. When you think of Kansas City, you think of them blowing people out with that great offense.
They came off the Super Bowl the year before, and their spread was inflated. That's what it was.
Yeah.
And I know coming out of the loser of the Super Bowl, week 1, following year, the Super Bowl loser is 5-16 against the spread on week 1 in the last 21 years.
Yeah. Yep, the loser of the Super Bowl hangover, right?
5-16. It's not just a couple year trend. 21 years dates back. That's insane.
So these two teams last met in the playoffs last year, and Cleveland had Kansas City on the ropes before Chad Henne came in and pulled the game out. But Cleveland covered that game.
Yeah, I had that game. That was a nail biter. I was kicking myself in the butt the first half. I was like, oh my gosh, they can't stop Mahomes.
Cleveland can really rush the passer though this year. However, Jadeveon Clowney, one of their pass rushers, is questionable for today.
He'll play. He'll
probably play. All right, so some other trends here. The total has gone under in Kansas. 4 of Kansas City's last 6 games against Cleveland. How do you feel about the total in this game?
So let's go back to
54.5.
Let's go back to Thursday. I really like the under 51, 52, whatever it was.
So did I.
And I thought that was a shoo-in. Even after the first quarter, I liked the under. Seeing these teams and knowing how much weapons they have, I think the new NFL rules leans this game over. I think we're looking in the 60s. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game.
Okay.
It might start off kind of like slow, but I see as the game picked on, just like on Thursday, we're seeing the same outcome as the Cowboys-Bucks, as in a shootout.
Right. Odell Beckham expected to play, so Baker Mayfield will have some weapons there. Cleveland, for me, is one of those teams that likes to run the ball first rather than pass the ball. So my first lean is to the under, but like we said, the trend in the NFL this year is games, people want to see scoring. You and I talked offline about this last night. No one wants to see a 6-3 ball game.
No.
Do you?
No. I don't even want to see a 10-6 game.
How often do you see on Twitter someone say, I'm turning this game off 6-3? Boring.
That's usually me.
So this game sucks 6-3.
Yeah.
But hey, 54.5, a lot of points like I said, these two teams have played under total most recently.
See, what it is Vegas wants you to take the under here. They want you to take the under.
They want you to take the under. Yep.
Just like on Thursday, it's spelled under. I mean, I just don't see what everybody saw on the over. I still don't see what everyone saw on the over on Thursday. Because Tampa has...
Until after the game.
And I stick to it. The only reason that game went under was because nobody ran the ball. It was all
nobody ran the ball. Yep. Yeah, and Tampa Bay lost a couple defensive backs to injury, or at least one of their starters to injury in that game. So why wouldn't you throw the ball if you're Dallas? The Buccaneers run defense, last year, number 1 in the NFL, so Dallas could not run the ball. Another thing was that Kansas pass. Tampa Bay couldn't stop the pass. So
I don't think they trusted their running backs. So you had Ronald Jones do a fumble, and then Leonard Fournette off his fingertips in an interception. 2 turnovers that changed the game dramatically for the Buccaneers bettors.
Right. So your lean here is to the Browns plus the points.
I'm not betting it, but if I was, I would take Browns plus 6 and over 54.
Okay. And my lean's initially towards the under, but like you said, they want you to take the under. Vegas is going to lines to hook you in and say, hey, play this. They did with the Tampa Bay Dallas game exactly. So this is a game I'm not betting.
Correct. Same here.
If I'm staying away from, just maybe like we said, the best bet, sometimes the bet you don't make.
That's correct. That is correct.
All right, so next game we're going to talk about is the Packers at the Saints. Games in Jacksonville, neutral site because of the hurricane. Some key injuries questionable for the Packers is one of their pass rushers, Zadarius Smith, and on the Saints, cornerback Marshawn Lattimore. But we should also note that Michael Thomas, talented Saints wide receiver, starts the season on the PUP list, and Traquan Smith put on an injured reserve. So, in essence, the Saints are going with two backup wide receivers. Now, they're not bad, though, these two guys, Marquez Callaway and Deontay Harris. And you've got a new quarterback in New Orleans, Jameis Winston, Mr. 30 interceptions.
Famous Jameis. He's famous out here, that's for sure.
He's had good quarterback coaches or head coaches that, for passing game with Bruce Arians when he was at Tampa Bay, and now he's got Sean Payton. Which Jameis do we see? The interception Jameis or a new Jameis?
I see Jameis is going to have a huge game. I think that everybody's dissing this guy. Nobody's giving this guy any credit. He could. Okay, there's two things we can all agree on. Winston can throw the ball. Okay. The second thing is he makes bad decisions. And when I say he makes bad decisions, the guy is basically sacked. He'll throw the ball up there where anybody can just go like that. And that's where he makes his mistakes. So Packers don't have a good defense. Never had a good defense.
They have some talent in the secondary, though. They've got talented corners and talented safeties.
I'm not sold on the Packers. I'm sorry. I'm going to disagree with you. They might be talented, but you're giving up 28, 30 points consistently. You're not a talented defense, in my opinion. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game, and I think the Saints keep it close. But at the end of the day, you got Aaron Rodgers behind center, and I'm taking Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, and the offensive talent on the Packers, he's got legitimate three talented skill position players. Devontae Adams, probably the top wide receiver in the NFL.
Oh, yeah. Stud.
Aaron Jones, pretty good running back. And then their tight end, Robert Tonyan, had a huge year last year. He's finally got a decent tight end. So can Aaron Rodgers, rise above all of the drama in the Green Bay Packers front office and organization? I mean,
not until you get a defense.
The Packers definitely have the advantage at quarterback.
Oh, 100%. The whole offense.
No question.
Dynamic.
Yeah, they're going to put points on the board.
Yeah, if you're a betting guy, you love the Packers. Why? Because they put a lot of points on the board, and you take the over. You love the Packers.
And this over is low. 40. I sit there at 49.5. So for me, I'm looking at this over, and I got to admit, I'm drooling a little bit. I like the over in this game. I think that's a pretty easy play, man. You stick this over in a teaser with another,
Okay, something happened to Tooch. Yeah, Packers, Saints. We like the over in this game. That's our lean. I think Tooch has the over in a teaser. But overall, okay, he's coming back. But, overall, I think this is going to be a shootout. Saints +4 is a solid play. But it all comes down to I'm not touching this game. There's only one play. I got this for VIPs. But I'm not touching the side. And the total, it's good. I like the over. Yeah. But it's a game that you have to be part of the VIP to get this play from me.
Yeah, I love the over for me. It's a strong lean for me. All right, so let's move on to the fourth game. We got Vikings -3 at Bengals +3. The over under of 47, which I also think this total is low. Vikings can put points up on the board. Neither team has a good defense. The Vikings run game is really underrated. In my opinion, one of the best running backs in the NFL. But we got Vikings -3 and the over-under 47.
I'm not big on the total. I'm not going to even look at the total. I like this game a lot, though. I'm still not sold on the Bengals' offensive line, and that was the whole problem last year. They got weapons in wide receiver up and down, tons of weapons. They're not big names, but they're weapons. Defense, average at best. But their offensive line has to protect Joe behind center so he can throw the ball to these weapons. He's got to get some time. So if you're seeing the offensive line holding the Vikings back, the Bengals are going to be a live dog. But it all comes down to the protection that Joe gets.
Right. The Vikings made some improvements on defense. They added Patrick Peterson. At one time he was an excellent cornerback. He's up there. He's old for a cornerback. Yeah. But a change of scenery sometimes does wonder for guys in the NFL. They desperately needed help in the secondary. So that was pretty good saving. They have some decent talent in the secondary. They also have Bashaud Breeland, I think, is a new pickup as well. He's a decent cornerback, and Harrison Smith is still playing safety. As far as rushing the passer, they still have Danielle Hunter, one of the best pass rushers in the NFL. Anthony Barr is out for this game at linebacker. I think they also brought back Everson Griffin, who's been a long time Vikings pass rusher. So the Vikings defense might be under. I definitely think they'll be improved from last year. Last 100%. Year they were one of the bottom defenses in the league. But and then the Bengals defense, sure, they played okay towards the second half of the season. Man, we don't know how good the Bengals defense is because the offense was never on the field. They were king of 3 and out, and then Burrow got injured. So, I mean,
I'm also interested on how the Vikings offensive line is because let's not forget, Kirk Cousins, when that guy is under pressure, he's another Jameis Winston. He cannot take the pressure for anything. He's going to throw the ball up in the air for grabs too. He's not any better. But when you give Kirk Cousins time, he's going to throw a dime.
Right, and they do have their starting left tackles out for this game. Christian Darrisaw, their number 1 draft pick. So they are playing a backup at left tackle. But both teams can score. The Vikings will definitely pound the ball with Dalvin Cook and then run some play action and try and hit Thielen and Jefferson. So question marks at tight end for the Vikings. Irv Smith, is going to miss the season. He was a first-round draft pick of the Vikings, and for years just never done anything. So they could, if they had a good tight end, the offense would be up there. They're going to put points.
To see out of Jamar Chase today, I think that's a lot of question marks because I know in a lot of fantasy leagues he's still available, including mine. And I'm not in any hurry to even think about picking him up because his comment he can't see the ball because of the stripes. That's
he can't see the ball
flag to me. That's a pretty big red flag.
Well, maybe he should get LASIK like Jameis Winston, and he'll be able to see better.
I think we're going to see a lot of good stuff out of the Bengals offense. It just comes down to protection.
Right, and Joe Burrow testing that knee, and then they could put points up on the board too. The Bengals, they've got talented wide receivers. They've got a good running back with Joe Mixon.
They got a very good quarterback. Good quarterback. Cincinnati needs to protect this guy like he's Aaron Rodgers. I'm not saying he is Aaron Rodgers, but you need to protect him like he's Aaron Rodgers. Because when was the last time Cincinnati actually had a quarterback? And don't say Andy Dalton because that's a joke.
Hitting me right where I live with the Bears and Andy Dalton. Listen, so we're gonna have free play on this game, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna run the transition for our free play, NFL play. All right, free play Vikings -3. I like this play too. I still like the total in this game. 47 points is not a lot. Is that a trap though too? I don't think. I think this team can hit. Each one of these teams is good for 24 points.
I think there's too many other good games to bet on than the total. That's just my opinion.
Mhm.
I can name 6 other bets better than that total.
And you have to join the VIP to get those bets for both of us. And let's run some of the promos we got going on.
Yeah, so I got a 20-unit bomb going off today. We had a huge day yesterday, 7-2 plus 12 units. Today, everybody knows this promo for me. When I launch a 20-unit bomb, I'm positive on it. I'm 30-19 for the year. That means 19 times people got free 6 months, free rest of the year, free months, whatever it was. I'm not afraid to give it away for free because you're risking a lot. So in this game, you're going to get all today's NFL plays plus any other plays I have today, including the bomb. If the bomb loses, you're getting the rest of the year free. That means all NFL, all college basketball, all college football, NBA, NHL, all that good stuff for free.
Even baseball?
All baseball through
Even baseball.
December 31st. So for
baseball's been rough. Baseball has not been good.
You either get the rest of the year free or you make a buttload of money.
Right, and I love the bomb today, folks. So I'll be personally playing it as well. So, and I'll be max betting that bomb. So it's a great offer, and I'd still have my my special going right now. $20 for NFL all week plays. It was actually if you got this package on Friday, it was all my college plays too, and all my NFL plays today.
If you signed up on Friday, you cleaned up with Tooch.
Yep. If you signed up on Friday was rough. Saturday was very good. Yesterday for
Friday
VIPs.
Wasn't bad. You went
Friday was okay.
Friday.
It was okay.
You made it up for it on Saturday.
We should have been 2-1 on Friday, but yeah. But you know, when we were 1-2 on Friday, I was up all night in the lab researching the game for Saturday and researching the games for Sunday. So I showed yesterday, both of us really good on college football yesterday.
It's 2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks in a row. We crushed college football. We're continuing to dominate the football league.
And you know, once you get past week 1 and 2, it's a little bit easier. You got a little more data to go on. NFL week 1, here we are, and we have a lot of data. So I love some of the plays. Right. I love some of the plays today, but they're like we said, we're staying away from some games until we know more, you know, and sometimes the smartest bet is the bet you don't make.
That's our biggest phrase in the show is sometimes the best bet is the no bet. And there's a lot of games that me and Tooch could have said, you know what, we shouldn't have bet it.
Right. All right. So tomorrow, I think we'll be doing Monday Night Football hit. So join us tomorrow for Monday Night Football, and we will see you then.
Yeah.
Good day.
Have a good one, guys. Good luck.
And I'm the team captain. He's the preview, and I'm the main attraction. Unstoppable, unconquerable, on top of the world, accomplishing the impossible. Unstoppable, unconquerable, on top of the world, accomplishing the impossible. Invincible hustle, mighty desire to conspire, to transpire, to